Today, I'm going to show you guys 8 Brazilian waxing techniques every woman over 40 with hormonal changes should try. And if you are new here, welcome. I have been doing this for 17 years now, and these are all my tips and tricks that I have learned over the years. So let's jump right into it. Now, one is pre-exfoliation. This is something that I recommend doing prior to your wax. You can do it the day before or the morning of your appointment. And what we are going to use is just a gentle scrub, something that's not too abrasive. You want to be gentle because you don't want to cause any damage to your skin. The purpose of the exfoliation is to remove dead skin cells and any vellus hair that might be growing in. Vellus hair is peach fuzz that everyone has. It's those little tiny hairs that are like light and downy. So what happens when you exfoliate? That removes those dead skin cells and also that vellus hair. Then when you go in with your wax, your skin is gone nah be super smooth and soft, and the wax is gone nah grab onto the hair better, and you gone nah have less breakage. 2 is hydrating skin prep before wax. This is one that I recommend doing the night before your appointment. Now, I recommend using an unscented lotion or cream, something very basic. Avoid anything with fragrances, even though it may smell good. It can cause irritation to your skin. And what we're trying to do is prepare our skin for the wax. We want it to be as comfortable as possible. And by using a nice hydrating lotion the night before, it really helps our skin to get ready for the waxing process. And also, it's gonna help prevent any sort of rash or irritation from occurring. So the night before, go ahead and apply a nice hydrating lotion. Just make sure it's fragrance-free. 3 is using hard wax for sensitive areas. Now, there are 2 types of wax that we use in the salon. There is hard wax and there is soft wax. Hard wax is great for sensitive areas like the face and the Brazilian area. And what is so great about hard wax is that it actually stays in a solid state until it comes in contact with your skin. Once it comes in contact with your skin, it then liquefies and grabs onto the hair. Then, when it's time to remove the wax, you actually peel it off and it will only come off with the hair. So this is a great option for those who are more sensitive or maybe have tried waxing in the past and had issues with the traditional soft wax. Try the hard wax and it might just work better for you. 4 is applying baby powder to reduce moisture. Moisture is the enemy when it comes to waxing. You never want to wax wet skin or sweaty skin. And sometimes, in the summertime or if you live in a humid environment, you might have more moisture on your skin. What you can do prior to your wax to help combat that is to use baby powder. Now, you can use any type of talc-based baby powder. Just make sure it's not scented. Again, we want to avoid any sort of irritation and we don't want to smell good. We just want to smell neutral. So go ahead and apply a little bit of baby powder right before your wax, and it'll help absorb any moisture. 5 is correct wax temperature control. Now, hot wax can cause burns and no one wants to be burned. That is uncomfortable and it also can cause damage to your skin. Now, cold wax doesn't grab onto the hair as well and it also doesn't warm up your skin. And we want to make sure that our skin is nice and warm, so that the pores are open and everything is nice and pliable. So what I recommend is to ask your technician about the temperature of the wax. A good wax should be warm, but not hot. And you shouldn't feel any burning sensation or see any redness or irritation from the heat of the wax. If you feel that the wax is too hot, definitely say something because you don't want to be burned. And if you feel that the wax is too cold, you might want to wait a few minutes and allow the room temperature to warm up the wax a little bit more. 6 is small strip application technique. Now, this is great for those who maybe have tried waxing in the past and had issues with the strips being too long or too wide. Now, the longer the strip, the more chance for air to get underneath the strip and the more chance for the wax to cool down. Also, if the strip is too wide, it can cause more irritation to the skin, because it's going to be touching more surface area. So what I recommend is to ask your technician to cut the strip a little smaller, so it fits better to the area that needs to be waxed. Now, this is a great option for those who have sensitive skin or maybe have tried waxing in the past with traditional strips and had issues. And again, this goes back to asking your technician about the type of wax that they are using. Some waxes are better for using with strips, and some waxes are better without using strips at all. 7 is stretch and pull skin method. This is another great option for those who maybe have sensitive skin or have tried waxing in the past with traditional strips and had issues. This method, instead of having the strip on top of the wax, actually pulls the skin taut like a drum head. So what you want to do is to take your fingers and push the skin away from the center, out towards the sides, and then the wax is applied. Now this method is great because there is no strip at all, and it eliminates the air and gives the wax a better opportunity to grab onto the hair. And again, this goes back to asking your technician about the type of wax that they are using. Some waxes are better for using with this method and other waxes aren't as good. Number 8 is wax with hair growth direction, awareness. Now this is one that many technicians aren't aware of, but it makes a big difference for the client. Now when the hair is growing in different directions, it can be difficult for the wax to grab onto each individual hair. It's especially challenging when the hair is growing in different directions, and it's also short. It can be very difficult for the wax to grab onto all of the hairs at once. So what you want to do is to ask your technician to wax with the direction of the hair growth. So for example, when you're doing a Brazilian, the hair grows in different directions. So what you want to do is to wax against the grain. So instead of following the grain, you're actually going the opposite direction. This is gonna help make sure that all of the hairs are grabbed. And it is also gonna help reduce any missed hairs. Now this is gonna be especially important if you're reworking with a new technician, or maybe you had a Brazilian before and you noticed that there were some missed hairs. Be sure to let your technician know to wax against the grain, and that will help make sure that all of the hairs are removed. And then immediately after your wax, it's always a good idea to have some sort of aloe or cooling gel on hand. This is great for soothing the skin and reducing any redness or irritation. Aloe vera gel is great for this. You can find it in most drugstores or even online, and this is a great way to soothe the skin after waxing. It's also great for sensitive skin, and it can help reduce any sort of rash or irritation that may occur from waxing. Another tip that I have for you guys is to exfoliate within 24 hours after your wax. Now, exfoliating after your wax can help remove any dead skin cells that may have been stuck to the skin, and it can also help prevent ingrown hairs. I recommend using a gentle scrub and being gentle with your skin. You do want to be too abrasive because you do want to cause any damage to your skin. And then after you exfoliate, be sure to moisturize your skin. Moisturizing your skin after exfoliating can help soothe the skin and reduce any redness or irritation that may occur. I recommend using a fragrance-free lotion or cream and to apply it to the area that you just exfoliated. This is especially important for those who have sensitive skin or maybe have tried exfoliating in the past and had issues. Now another thing that I don't recommend is using any fragranced products after waxing. Fragrances, even though they may smell good, can cause irritation to the skin. And what we are trying to do is keep our skin as healthy and happy as possible. And that means avoiding anything that could potentially cause irritation or allergic reactions. So for at least 24 hours after your wax, avoid using any lotions, creams or oils that contain fragrance. This includes perfumes, colognes, body washes, and even some medications. Be sure to check the labels of your products to make sure that they are fragrance-free. And then finally, the last tip that I have for you guys is to wax every 4 to 6 weeks. Now this is a good routine to get into when it comes to waxing. By sticking to a consistent waxing schedule, you are helping to remove unwanted hair before it has a chance to grow in. And this is gonna help reduce the amount of time that you spend shaving or tweezing or using other methods of hair removal. And waxing every 4 to 6 weeks is gonna help make sure that your skin stays smooth and hair-free. Now this is gonna vary from person to person depending on how quickly your hair grows. But in general, every 4 to 6 weeks is a good rule of thumb to follow when it comes to waxing. So there you have it, 8 Brazilian waxing techniques every woman over 40 with hormonal changes should try. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content like this. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys next time.